Good morning, folks. How are you all? I hope everyone is cool. You can hear me. Just let me know to the comment box. To have some problem for listening. I know that as well. I came with much more energy. I just don't know I will be able to finish the stream with this energy or not. I'm a bit sick, but better than before. But please make sure that you can hear me and let me know if you can, there is any problem. Okay, loud and clear. Thank you, Filtrator. Energy. He is not speaking at the moment. I was not speaking. I had to watch what is happening because I was not here. Thank you, Dora. And please let me know who else is here. So whoever is here, comment something that I can know that you guys are here. Thank you, Hyde, for that. Good morning, Jaka. Who else is here? BT. You're new, I think. Thanks for that like. Please give me that like to the stream as well. Walaikum salam. Injir. Injir, we can hear you. Now glad to hear that your health is better now. Yeah, thank you so much, Ben. And I'm better. Good morning, Livingston. Jillian, sound is clear now. Thank you so much. Hriday, hello, brother. Jeffrey, clear. Thank you so much. And I think that rest of the people will join slowly. Even some of not yet here, they will join. But I would love to go for the prize action. Murshad, today marks the anniversary of my previous FOMC in which I lost $8,000. $8,000. Come on, man. Since then, I have learned my lesson and become extremely cautious. Around the FOMC, morning session is the the lowest probable area to trade. Every single FOMC day, morning session is the lowest probable area to trade. Highest probable area to trade is after 2:30 p.m. if you don't have any earnings news. That means Amazon earnings, Meta earnings, then Nasdaq earning. Sorry, what to say? I mean the chip makers, what the Nvidia earnings. If you don't have any earning news after closing of the market, best area to trade around the FOMC day is from 2:30 to 3:45 or 7 a.m. New York local time to 8:30 a.m. New York local time. That is the highest probable area to trade. Almost every time you will get the better opportunity to trade in between these two areas. But if you try to trade either inside the FOMC or before the FOMC, which is on the morning session, most of the time you will regret because price will just crush you without any kind of mercy. Either way, this is the December month, so I'm not expecting something good from this month, but I'm saying this to you for the normal time all over the year. So all over the year, every month you will find the FOMC. But whenever you see the FOMC, be careful. Whatever I told you right now, write it down. Follow this. You will get better result. I promise you, brother. In other hand, where there is the fact of CPI, I insist you guys to trade the CPI. And I believe that I have already shown you so many CPIs. Maybe one or two will not work like this way. But so many CPIs without stopping you out give you the profit the way I told you to trade that CPI. But FOMC, I'm always curious, how can I avoid the morning session to trade if I have the FOMC around the PM session? I learned it in a hard way, but I'm giving you the advice so that you can learn it without any kind of pain. However, thank you so much for your understanding, but we'll see. Okay, but I would love to go for the price action right now. Those people who are going to join later, make sure that you have pushed the like button. This is the weekly chart for NQZ 2025. This blue line, that blue line is an old week opening gap. So if I say old week opening gap, I'm gonna mention these two. The reason is I love to keep the new week opening gap for 5 weeks maximum. One, two, three, four, five. After this week, this doesn't have any value to me, but this is still valid for forever. you can use it. For ICT himself, he told you can keep a new day opening gap or new week opening gap maximum for 60 to 70 days. Trading days, not normal days. 60 to 70 trading days. I don't use it. I love it to keep it for maximum 5 weeks. According to ICT himself, he also do that. Sometimes something get very important with the logic, not randomly. How do I know that? Which gap or new week opening gap I'm gonna keep on my chart more than 5 weeks. I'm not saying random things here. There is some logic to use this behind. Sorry, there is some logic behind using this gap more than 5 weeks. This is a bearish market. I have already explained it yesterday, but I was a bit sick, so I think I was not able to give you the whole information. So today, focus what I'm saying over here. When this market is bearish, it is obvious that market is going for that sell side liquidities, all of these liquidities and this fair value gap. Okay, so market is going to fall. When it is falling, and suddenly I have seen this candle over here, a very strong weekly candle. After seeing this weekly candle, I can simply say that okay, now this market will start to fall again. How do I know that? It's not going to go higher for the high, all-time high. The only way to know that any kind of bearish period should be broken. If the bearish period is broken, there is a high probability it will keep going higher and go for that all-time high. If you look at this weekly chart, you will be able to see that there is no bearish fair value gap. There is no breaker block. There is an order block, which is also not valid to me because it's a small body long wick. So I don't care about that candle. If that was a very prominent candle, something like this candle, that candle, or maybe this type of candle, I could use the order block instead of this volume imbalance. Instead of that, I could use the order block to use as my bearish PDRA, as I don't have anything over here. No FVZ, no breaker block, no mitigation block, no order block, nothing. I'm bound to use this volume imbalance, which is called a old week opening gap, which is more than 5 weeks. That is why I'm using this volume imbalance or the old week opening gap to justify my bias. So until this candle, when this candle appeared on the chart, sorry, not that candle, this candle, I'm bearish every day. Until this candle is not going to close above this line, I'm bearish every day. So you're seeing this bullish candle, but if you were with me on that specific week over here, which is the of course the December week, that is why sometimes like first 1 or 2 days we are good and then we started to crash, the price actually started to crash. However, until that candle, I was bearish. When this candle has closed above this old volume imbalance, why I'm using it? Because I have no other PDRA. So it's not random cherry picking. You will have no excuse to tell that, brother, I don't know when I should use it for longer time, more than five weeks. You have no excuse because I'm giving you the explanation for using a old gap more than 5 weeks. As I don't have any other option, I'm going to use this gap to define my bias. When this candle closed above this old week opening gap, I'm bullish every day. This market is falling, I'll keep looking for buying opportunity. Falling, buying opportunity, falling, buying opportunity until this candle is not going to close below this gap again. So if it closes below this gap again, old week opening gap, which I divided by the quadrant level. So here, this is the quadrant level, upper quadrant 50%, lower quadrant. Until this candle is not going to close below this low again, I'm only bullish for the all-time high, or maybe a new high, or maybe some other level from the lower time frame. We'll see that later. But until then, I'm only bullish. It is falling. I would love to expect either the high, upper quadrant 50%, lower quadrant, or the low. Any of them will work as a support, not random line. You will mark a random line and then you will show me something that it is reacting. No, it's not something like that. It's a very precise. This is why I love ICT, because this is precision. It's not for your entry, it's for reading the price, how this market is going to react from one level to another level. I don't have that knowledge to justify that it's the high, it will come here, then it will come here, then it will come here, then it will come here. I don't have that knowledge. ICT, maybe ICT has. I don't have. So all I have an expectation that okay, this market is bullish. It has something over here that has been respected, and then this market is falling. Any of this line, which one I don't know. Maybe ICT knows that it is going to react from there or here or here. I don't know. But for me, I know any of this line will hold the market, not the random line, a very specific line will hold the market, send it higher again for the next level or the next PD array. I just don't know which one. So when it is falling, every time it will provide me a buying opportunity, I'll go for the buy. There is a question, how can I take the buy? Go for 22 YT model. If you go for that 22 YT model, I promise you, brother, out of 100 entries, if you understand what I'm saying here, out of 100 entries, you will get at least 80 winning trade. At least 80% will be your winning trade if you follow all the rules and the 22 IT model. The problem is, as I'm doing the live streaming, 22 IT model is very rare. It's not something every day you are going to get it from the one SA market. No, it's not something like that. Maybe a week you will get a perfect 22 IT model, maybe 1, 2, 3 times. So 5 trading days, you will get 3 winning trade. Brother, it's not enough for me. But the main topics of trading is every day is not for trading. We don't want to accept it. That's the problem. I'm here in live streaming. If I don't frame the trade, nobody will stay here. Okay, these guys are just let the go, let the market go. That's why I try to use lot other PDRs to get a perfect winning trade. But if you want only the winning trade, I don't want to take any risk, brother. The importance is you have to know what is your bias, where the market will go. That is your importance. And then when you are decided that you are bullish, every single time this market is falling, wait for the 22 IT model from any of this level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or from the lower time frame, any other level, whatever it is, you will find a 22 IT model, take it, take the buy. See how many times you get wrong. Count it, then come back to me. I promise you will not be able to show me more losing trade. However, so that is the importance of the bias. You have to know the bias, then you have to choose your model. Whatever model, if you go for sometimes order block, sometimes breaker block, sometimes 22 IT model, sometimes mitigation block, sometimes MMXM, sometimes inversion fair value gap, sometimes volume imbalance entry, sometimes propulsion block entry, sometimes suspension block entry. No, it's not gonna make you profitable. You have to choose one model, maximum two model to take your entries. One or two maximum. And strict with that, learn how I'm showing you the bias, you'll be profitable. That's my promise. However, coming to daily chart, so in this daily chart, you can see that December 1st, 1st of December, only candle that was good. And all of these candles until now, you can judge yourself. Is that good candles? Is that something one-sided or is it both-sided? So sometimes fall, sometimes go higher, sometimes fall, sometimes go higher. What is this called? It's the typical December price action. That's why I warned you guys in that specific day. I warned you from the next week. That means from the 1st of December, you will see me to be wrong most of the time. Not most of the time, all the time. You'll see me to be wrong. It doesn't mean that I forgot how to read the market. I was so much precise all of these candles, all of these candles. I was so much precise. But from here, suddenly something happened. Algorithm has changed. ICT stopped working. This is bullshit. No more ICT. Let's go to the retail trading or the some bullshit volume imbalance or all of these things. Go over there because it stopped working. No, ICT himself already warned you. December, January, first week of February is the lowest probability where the PDRs are not going to be respected. So be careful. All of these areas, you will lose more money than you have earned ever. You will lose more money over there. So just not listen, ready to listen it because you need entries, winning trades every single day. That's your expectation. It's not going to happen, brother. Please trust me. It's not going to happen. So be very careful about this month, next month, first week of February. This is the lowest probability. We'll see if we can break the market with some precision or not. Sometimes we'll be wrong, sometimes we'll be right. Make sure you are not over leveraging, you are not over trading. That's enough for you to survive this area. At the same time, if you can make some money, stop over there. Stop over there. One winning trade, stop. Either change your account or go for whatever I'm saying here. It's for the funded account. For Eval, man, do whatever you want to do. Just pass it. I don't know how you are gonna pass it. You wanna gamble? Gamble. You don't wanna follow anything? No need to follow anything. For Eval, for paper trading, do whatever you want to do. But if you are trading with your funded account, end of the day you will say, brother, I have blown three of my funded account, five of my funded account, all of them are blown. No, it's not acceptable. For funded account, you have to be very limited. If you have gambling habit, go buy more challenge account, gamble with them, try to make them funded account. But with the funded account, not even a single gambling is accepted for the funded account. It should be very, very, very stricted. It's that your funded account is your job, 9 to 5 job. There you are the boss. Your funded account is your employee. Be very strict. Be very corporate over there. It's your businessman. So be very, very, very strict over there. Don't even broke a single rules. With funded, I mean, sorry, Eval, do whatever you want to do. However, from the daily chart, all you can see that this is a volume imbalance, which is this week opening gap. Sorry, this week opening gap. Okay, new week opening gap. So far, after market making this new week opening gap over here, these two line. Okay, new week opening gap. First, this market fall came here, then go here, closed there. Next candle open, trade old week opening gap high, new week opening gap low, fall, old week lower quadrant, go higher, closed above the old week opening gap upper quadrant. So from the daily chart, you will still be able to see that when this candle has first time closed above the old week opening gap, there is not even a single body that has closed below the consonant crossband, not even below the upper quadrant level of the old week opening gap. What I'm looking for, buy. I'm seeing that it is failing, it is falling. Okay, it is falling, 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 and then rejecting, failing to close below the consonant crossband, even closing below the upper quadrant of this old week opening gap. That is my only parameter to find out my bias. I'm being very happy, even though it's very difficult, but still I'm very happy because market is rejecting those lines, is rejecting, not random, very specific, very permanent, very like something like what to say. I mean, this is very specific things, not random lines. This is today's candle. This market went higher. Old not new week opening gap 50%. Old week opening gap high. Old week opening gap 50%. So first, I have seen that this market closed at the old week opening gap. Then the candle fall to the lower quadrant, respected the lower quadrant. Now I am seeing the 50% is being respected. Then I will expect the upper quadrant will be respected. Then I will expect the high of this new week, old week opening gap will be respected for going upper area. Happy to see the respect from the 50%. So here I showed you an entry yesterday. Today, if I find an entry opportunity from here, that is gonna be my entry for today, because I have seen it has done. The lower quadrant reaction is done. Expecting the 50% of this quadrant level or old week opening gap should be done by today. Tomorrow, the upper quadrant will be done. The next day, the high of the old week opening gap will be done. Market will keep going higher. That is how I'm expecting so far. So if I get an opportunity to frame a trade from here, that is my highest probable entry opportunity for today. But if it went through this 50%, below this 50%, no buy is valid below the 50% of this old week opening gap consonant crossband. Yesterday it was valid, not today. Yesterday it was valid because this candle over here, this candle didn't touch the line. It seems like it has touched that line, but if I change the depth, you can see that. See, it failed to touch this one, this line. Look at that candle. It failed to touch this line. But as I was using it like this way, it seems like that it has touched the line, but it actually didn't. That is why yesterday the entry was valid from here, but today the entry from here it's not valid, because if it went through this line and come here, that means it doesn't want to respect the 50%. Instead of that, it will fall for the low. So today either the buy is valid from here or from here, either the low or the 50%, not here, because it's done already. After closing above the old week opening gap, it's already done. As I am bullish, I will only look for the buy. No sell is valid to me. I will not take any sell. This market will keep falling, falling, falling. Came here, give me the buying opportunity, I'll take the buy. It went through this line, then come here, give me the buy. I will take that? Of course not. I will wait to see if it can come here, then give me the buy. All of this fall, maybe for example, this market fall from here to here. All of this fall, the whole day market was falling. I will let this market go. I'm not interested to take any trade over here for to all of this fall. Instead of that, into my mouse. Instead of that, if it come here one more time and give me a buying opportunity above this constant encroachment of the old week opening gap, I'll go for the buy from there. I hope this is clear. I know that there is some ICT PhD holder. They will tell that this is a bearish market, your bias is wrong. So that is why it didn't work for you. Brother, I'm saying this to you very clearly. I am bullish. I will only frame the buy. If it keep falling, I will let this go. I don't care about my bias. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about the price action. I don't care about anything. I have my plan. I will execute my price action. Sorry, I will execute my plan according to the price action. So if the price give me the action according to my expectation, I will be in the trade. If the price doesn't give me the action according to my price action or expectation, I'm not going to touch this market. You wanna go for that? I respect you as a perfect casino gambler. So without, you don't have any plan, you're executing your trade because you're seeing this market is falling. You're a perfect gambler. You won't be able to stay here for long. If you if you have the plan, some days is gonna be bad for you, but most of the days you will get the profit. Some days you are going to get some losses, and over there you already know two losses stop. So that day you will survive, and most of the days you will get the profit. But if you are a gambler, most of the days you will lose, and there will be some days that will be better for you. So in one day or 2 day you will make $10,000. Rest 28 days you will lose $100,000. Up to you, brother. From the 4-hour chart, this is the price action so far. You can see market is not moving anywhere, just simply consolidating from the same area. Nothing to say so far, just consolidating. I'm extremely bullish, so we'll see if it can give me some kind of bullishness or something or not. From the hourly chart, same thing. No price action, nothing. Market is in seek and destroy mode, just taking the high, low, high. Everything is just doing the seek and destroy mode, not moving anywhere. Simply doing all of these things. I would love to come on my right hand chart here, where you are seeing this 15-minute chart. Okay, so this is the 15-minute chart. uh this week opening gap, this is the new week opening gap, this three line. Okay, old week opening gap high, upper quadrant 50%, lower quadrant low. In between these two line, I have some new day opening gap. So all of these blue boxes are the new day opening gap. This green box here, it's today's new day opening gap. It's today's. It's old new week open, new day opening gap, new day opening gap, new day opening gap, old. Today's new day opening gap. Look at this, how this market actually worked. However, there was a new day opening gap. I showed you yesterday why this market exactly rejected from there. As that new day opening gap has passed already five trading days, it's disappeared on my chart. It's not showing on my chart. Don't think that's a random level, because it has perfectly traded a new day opening gap, hold the market, send it higher. However, from here, this market came here, trade the this week, not a random level, this week opening gap low, violated this old new day opening gap, fall, respect this new day opening gap, went higher, some kind of reaction, went through all of these highs, relatively equal highs, traded this week opening gap 50%. You can mark the quadrant level as well if you want. Fall again, closed below this new day opening gap, is respecting this new day opening gap that has been violated previously here. That specific day it has been violated. Before this, it has been respected so beautifully here. but that day it was violated here, here. Suddenly this is so precise right now. Suddenly, okay, it being a very precise right now. It was so beautiful, respecting here, violated over here. Instead of that, this gap has been violated over here, respected here. Why I'm showing this to you? When you will have a new day opening gap or new week opening gap, which is sometimes you will see it has been violated. A lot of violation, no reaction, nothing. And suddenly you will see that it is respecting. Nobody knows that when this volume imbalance is going to be respected. That's why whenever it will come to this new day opening gap or new week opening gap, you have to be very careful. Very, very, very careful, because nobody knows when it is going to be respected. And when it is going through that, it's not going to hold the market sending opposite way. Nobody knows that. And when you don't know that, if it comes near to any of this line, be very careful. Don't go against them. So for example, you are looking for a sell. Don't try to take the sell from here. But you are looking for a buy, use it as a support. Okay. Expect that it's gonna respect here and sending it higher. Then this market, after from here, you took a buy maybe, came until here. Okay. So here you close the trade and you are thinking to re-enter again to take another buy. Don't do that. You don't know that it's gonna respect again or not. As you've seen, it has been violated here. It doesn't mean that it can't be respect here now and can fall like this way. You don't know that. That's why I keep saying don't go against them. If you have some kind of like very confidence, I like, you are seeing a lot of p, there is a holding, there is an obvious reason for going against that nude opening gap, then use it. Otherwise don't use it. Why I mean that? Coming to my 1 minute chart, we'll go for the yesterday's price action a bit. I still have a 12 minute left over here. If you guys remember yesterday, I framed this trade over here through my Discord. Now, if I come here, is this price action here. This is that same box. See this box? From here, I have I had a nude opening gap over here. Okay, just below this nude opening gap, that entry, or just below the nude opening gap. Still, I framed that trade. Do you know why? Because this was so much obvious to me. These two high here and here. I think you can see it or not. I don't know. This high and that high was too much obvious to me. My bias was bullish. I knew that it is going to expect respect, because at the beginning I explained this thing, right? At the beginning, I explained this thing, what I was expecting or why I was framing the trade from here. That was my expectation, that it's gonna be respected. I also gave the message on Discord that old week opening gap lower quadrant is my support. That was a very bold statement. Use this gap as an inverse gap. Put your stop loss below that candle. Below that candle. Target here, partial here around this line. The partial level was around this line, which is the 50%, because I was afraid maybe it will stop the market and send it lower. So take the partial, put your stop loss below that specific candle, just one tick below or two handle below this candle, not at the break even. It can retest the gap one more time before going higher. That's why I told to put the stop loss after taking the partial, put the stop loss below that candle, just two handle below that candle or two tick below that candle. Target is here. That was so obvious to me that market is going to take that on. There is no reason to think that this new opening gap is going to hold the market and sending it lower. Is that a high probable trade? Of course not. But still, I can predict that that new day opening gap that has been already removed from my chart is gonna be broken because of this liquidity. Even if it would love to be respected, weak will take that liquidity. Weak, a 15-minute candle weak here. You can see here is that a specific candle, like this type of wick. This wick has built that what is, I mean, the liquidity or whatever it is. Wick is going to take the liquidity, so I'll get my boom. That is kind of, if you're overconfident, if you are overseeing the result, if you are overseeing the logic, if you are seeing a best logic behind that buy, you can go against this new day opening gap. Otherwise, don't go against any new day opening gap, new week opening gap. Then we have framed this buy, if you guys remember. Target was here somewhere. I think that was the target, or maybe the of this new opening up. However, that was the next trade around the PM session. That was the trade. I think if you were with me on Discord, that is the trade I framed. I told to take the entry here, stop loss one tick below this candle. So here, that was the inverse gap. That was the inverse gap, the thing I outlined over there. So just one tick below this candle somewhere. Target was this line over here. That was the target around here. That was the target around the PM session. That was the trade we have framed yesterday through our Discord. So two trade has framed, one, two, to the Discord, and that one I was inside the session. So yesterday, even though this was shit price action, still we got some profit over here by the framing trade. Lucky. I was lucky. To be honest, I was like, now I really don't wanna. I wanted to go with this trade. Why I framed that trade, but actually I don't have the time, so I'm not going inside this trade over here. And then when this market came here, I told that a new opportunity to look for buy. That was the area where I told that it's time to the buy, rebuy is sorry, rebuy is reloading, okay, something like that. So I was waiting, and finally this market has provided the entry opportunity over here around here. But unfortunately that was below the new day opening gap. I was not expecting take the buy from here. If it could take that low one more time, maybe I could frame a buy, because in that type of scenario, the new day opening gap and the entry, there will be a range. Even though that worked so beautifully, but I really don't appreciate to go for this trade. I don't see any logic to go for that trade. So unfortunately, there was no other entry opportunity for me, as uh, the trade was below the new day opening gap. Okay, so again, I think I'll be able to show you this. Think, yeah, just here, just here. Okay. So I was thinking that if this market could take that low over here, that low, which you are seeing here, this low on my left hand side, this low, and from 15 minutes at that low, they're the same low. So I was watching if it could take that low and frame, give me a buying opportunity from here. I will have a range. So from here I will have a range to take the buy 23, and I'll see at least I'll be able to catch the partial over here, because it has the power to stop the market, send it lower. So if I take a buy here and I have to take the partial here, it's illogical to me. That's why I was not able to catch that run. Yeah, wick did the job here. You can see here it did the job. Maybe for this buy side liquidity, that was the reason I was talking about the buy that new buy is reloading. That was the buy side liquidity was my interest, but unfortunately it didn't work like that with the way I was expecting. And then this gap hold the market, same gap. I was afraid not to frame the buy from here. Hold the market, send it lower, send it here, and then you can see the price action. So for the price action, so that was the trade for yesterday. The winning trade is, I'm very happy because that was really awesome. Let's see what is going to happen today. Just remember one more time, today we have the FOMC days morning session is pure gambling. If you are a gambler, involve your funded account. If you are not a gambler, don't involve your what to say, I mean, the funded account. Go with the challenge account. Enjoy the price action with your challenge account, no problem, but don't blow your funded account. It's hard to build the funded account. Please make sure that you are not using your funded account. Thank you so much, guys. I have done with my analysis. I hope my point is clear to all of you, and we already know what to do. But just last but not least, I would add something that is important to me. As I am bullish, I will keep looking for the buying opportunity until this market is above this fair value gap from 15-minute chart. Why this gap? Because yesterday or the day before yesterday, one of my brother, RB, I think his name, he told that here million of fair value gap. Which one I'm going to observe? I think that I'm the one who gave you the very specific reason for using some specific fair value gap. I think I'm the one who has given you that. So it should be very specific, right? Prior to 9:30, if you are bullish and you are seeing this market is trading bullish fair value gap, prior to 9:30, if you are bullish, you are seeing this market is trading a bullish fair value gap that has been created very, very soon. Okay, like not too old, like here, no, not like that, like very immediate price action. It's not something like it has to be here. If I saw this fair value gap is here, it is also acceptable, but not here. So it's kind of very near to the 9:30. If you see a bullish fair value gap from 15-minute or hourly chart, you are bullish. You will keep looking for the buying opportunity until this market is above this bullish fair value gap. Prior to 9:30, if you are bearish, for example, I am bearish today, I am bearish. Just look at this price action. I am bearish. I will not take any sell until this market is not going to close below this bullish PDRA, because that is the only bullish PDRA that can stop the market sending higher. I am bearish for the sake of this conversation. I'm not bearish. Don't get confused. I'm not bearish. If I were bearish, I would observe this gap and I would say that no sell is valid until this market is not going to close below this gap. If this market closed below this gap, I'll start to look for sell wherever it wants to go. In that type of scenario, if it starts to respect this and start to go higher, I will try to take a buy, which is a low probability. I should not go for that, or I'll let this go. That means it is going against my bias. I will let this go, the market. If I go with my expectation today, as I am bullish, if this market closed below this gap, no buy is valid to me anymore until it is not taking some lows or something, or went too far from this gap, or this market went up below and then closed above this 50-minute gap again. I will not take any kind of buy. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Now it's time to wait. 9:30 to open. If you have any question, please now you can let me know. For trader, hello brother. YouTube motivation. Good morning, Mahdi. Hello, Mod. How are you, sir? Hey, Tamimi. Hello, sir. How are you? Good morning. By the way, how many likes did I get before 9:30? If I don't get 50 likes, no need to frame any trade. Okay. Actually, not 50, 100 likes. I should have told that. 100 likes. Guys, can you please push the like button? Please do that for me. Good morning, Teja. Hey, Rita. How are you, sir? By the way, we have 478 subscriber. Need 22 more subscriber to make it 11,500. So after 11,500, you won't be able to see that subscription count over there. I just kept it to see if people get interested and then they also subscribe, because this guy has at least 11,500 subscriber. So we can subscribe him, we can trust him. Some kind of trust issue, I guess. So that's why I'm just keeping it over there. If you guys really would love to join us, make sure that you have pushed the subscription button, turn on the notification, and join to our Discord community. It's all free. Good morning, Khurshid. If this market go one tick above this line, above this high, if this market go one tick above this high, okay, I think it's not going to happen, but if it would happen, okay, this would go and one tick above this high, and there is a fair value gap, that could be my highest probable buying opportunity over there. Highest probable buying opportunity. First of all, it has cleared all the liquidity. See, all of this liquidity has been cleared by that leg. Everything has been cleared. Then it has given me the market structure shift. My bias is bullish. I have the buy side liquidity here. See these highs over here. Let me actually mark them. It's gonna be my target first of all, and then I could keep holding my trade or the all-time high or something like that. As it didn't do that, I will wait. So far I can see that this market opened. This is the quadrant. I mean, it's gonna be very complicated for you guys. The upper quadrant of the new week opening gap. So I'll the visibility level. That's good. This is the old week opening gap 50%, and this is the opening gap. That means there is a gap. Yesterday close, today's open. This is the gap. This is the quadrant level of the gap. First it went until the lower quadrant of that opening gap. Respecting from there, remember, this is my only way or only line to frame the buy. So from here, if I find a buying opportunity, I'll try to go for that buy from here. Below this line, no buy is valid to me today. Doesn't need to touch it because I have the new opening gap as well over here. So I will try to frame the buy from there. If everything else is okay, I'll try to frame the buy from here. Otherwise, if it go through this line, I will wait until this market come here to frame my buy. No buy is valid below this line or above this line. So all this of this zone is not my area to trade. Below this line, maybe until here. In this zone, I will go for no trade. No trade is valid to me. But it is keep falling. I don't care. I will look for the buying opportunity only. See this price action. What can I use from here? Nothing. Simply nothing I can use from here. If any of you are interested to look for sell, please take the sell. I really appreciate it, guys. We are bearish today. Okay, Elias. If you find the sell, please go for that, brother. I really appreciate it, man. Walaikum salam, Arif. I hope great day for all of you. Thank you so much, brother. It's engineering liquidity on bottom. Mm-hmm. Whoever is bearish, please take the sell. I will only take the buy. My bias is wrong. This is a bearish market. I will not frame any trade. My bias is wrong. I framed a wrong, or sorry. Losing trade, buy trade, losing buy trade. I'm okay with that. Maximum two trade is allowed for everyone. But I will not take any sell. If there is something obvious to me, something like that, I'll explain. If I frame any sell, I'll of course explain that. But until that scenario, I'm only bullish. Any kind of buying opportunity, I'll go for that. Actually, I will do one more thing. Actually, I'll change the this one to 4 because this old week 50%, and I will change this one to this is the opening gap. Okay, so upper quadrant 50%, lower quadrant of the opening gap. No, I can't use anything from here. I don't need them. Boom, Elias. Boom for you, brother. Let's wait how far it can fall. I'm not going to take any kind of buy, sorry, any kind of sell. I'm not going to touch this market if it keep falling. I'll let him go. Whenever it will give me the buying opportunity from a specific level, I'll go for that buy. Whoever is thinking that, oh, I'm missing all of this run, just jump over here and later regret. No problem. At the same time, I'm looking for buy. It doesn't mean that I'll push the button whenever I'll see a bull candle. I'm not going to do that. I will wait patiently to find my opportunity and then we'll go for the trade. In the meantime, I'll miss the trade. I'm absolutely okay with that. You can't do that, Utsu. Can't do that, man. Hey, Elias, did you join me later, brother? I mean, I think you didn't listen to me from the beginning. Assalamu alaikum, আম্মু। জি, আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে বাবা। সব ঠিকঠাক আছে? হ্যালো? হ্যালো? জি, আচ্ছা, 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 মায়ের শরীর ভালো আছে। একটুখানি ওই জ্বর আছে এখনো গায়ে, বাট এই কি আলহামদুলিল্লাহ। আচ্ছা, না লাইভ শেষ করে আমি ওই যে তোমার একটু সামনের দিকে যাব। Hi guys, I'm sorry. My mother actually called me. I was talking to her. So those people who are in this trade, make sure that you have taken the partial to the low of this last fair value gap. Not bad. 30 handle is not bad. Okay, so you guys can simply take the partial around 30 handle, and then we'll see if you can hold the trade for the buy side liquidity over here. Okay, so please make sure that you have taken some partial here. Maximum you can take the risk until the 50%. I don't prefer the 50%, at least the low should be better. Okay, so stop loss should be here, 39 handle. I'm just not able to put the stop loss over here because it's 39 handle. That's why I just put it here, which is 25 handles, 26 handles, something like that. We'll go for, we'll see that if it doesn't give me the profit, stop me out, I'll try to take re-entry. That's why I'll just keep it over here like that way, because that is the best way to frame this trade. Now you'll say that why you are not then pushing the button over, I mean putting the stop loss over there. Because if I'm wrong, I will get a huge loss. I don't want to take this huge loss. Instead of that, I'll try to take a small loss and then I'll go for the re-entry. That is my style to trade, but you can just simply put a stop loss over here below this candle, which is the most logical level to put the stop loss. Okay, it's up to you, brother. I don't have any problem with that. And that 50% or the low should be your partial level. After taking the partial, put your stop loss to the break even. I'm not going to do that, but you please put your stop loss to the break even. Whoever is in this trade, sorry guys, there is some kind of fireworks because it's December, you know. Ah, man. Can you guys hear the sound? Now it's gone. Did you hear the sound? However, please put your stop loss to the break even. I am not going to do that. I'm just going to put my stop loss below the lower quadrant of that week. Okay, so you don't need to do that. You can simply put your stop loss to the break even after taking that 30 handle partial. What the hell, man? Order block is from here to here. I just opened, marked the opening of this candle. Okay, I would love to request you guys, even if you are any of you are in this trade, don't put your stop loss to the break even, put the stop loss below that candle. Okay, so you can take a bit risk, but it's not a huge risk in my opinion. So if your entry is here and if you put your stop loss here, it's kind of five handle. Okay, so five handle risk, you can take it. Please try to take that risk. It's a request, because it can come back again and then stop you out. I don't want to see you got stopped out. So even if you are in the break even, take that five handle risk for me. If you lose that five handle, think that okay, I lose that five handle for my brother. Think like that way. Is there anyone who is in this trade right now? Because if you are not, then I'll just close the stream and I'm sorry, close the trade and I'll talk about the next. I was looking for buy. I don't give a shit all of this fall because I know that this is coming. I'm interested to catch this run. What did I tell you? No buy is valid below this line. See this line? 50% of the old week opening gap. No buy is valid below this line. Simply no buy is valid. I have my extremely strong bias. I have the 50% of the opening gap is not being traded. I have this buy side liquidity here. My bias is bullish. All the market is supporting this 50%. Yeah, we did the damage. I don't care about that. But I know that it is going higher. So I can simply take a risk with this. what to say, I mean the nude opening gap. I can take that risk over here. Entry here, take the risk here, cover the partial around this area. Simple. Let this go. Still holding until 88. Where is 688? Oh, okay. I hope you'll get the boom, brother. I can't move it right now, actually. I need a fair value gap that will help me to move my stop loss. 48 handle, 49 handle, 51 handle. What is that? Anybody knows that? Upper quadrant of the old week opening gap. A very strong level, trust me. Above this liquidity, this high, that high. Market has cleared the buy side liquidity, traded the upper quadrant as well as the last fair value gap. This last fair value gap over here, it has the power to send the market lower again. So I don't want to see it will fall more than that order block. It should not fall more than order block. 50% of the opening gap. Buy side liquidity has been cleared. Last fair value gap over here. See this? I just didn't mark it. You guys can keep it on your chart. Last fair value gap, not a random fair value gap. Last fair value gap. Upper quadrant of the old week opening gap. 50% of the today's opening gap. I'm expecting they all are going to be broken, but before that, it will give me some kind of reaction. First expectation, this reaction is not going to go below the order block. Second expectation, it's not going to close below this last fair value gap, Hodgkin encroachment. If I see it, the 50% of this gap is holding and market closed above this upper quadrant level, I'll put my stop loss below this gap. It's safe. You don't need to follow my trailing stop loss. Right now, I can't move it because this market come back again to retest this order block, or maybe the mean threshold of this order block, or maybe this inverse fair value gap one more time. So I'm not interested. Move my stop loss. Not random level, not something like I marked a line here. I'm saying this is respecting. It's not something like that. Very precise, very logical, very. It's not random, man. It's very logical and it's very specific. Isn't it specific? Out of the million of fair value gaps, million of fair value gaps, isn't this fair value gap is very specific below this buy side liquidity? Isn't it this fair value gap very specific? Last fair value gap, inversed way, boom. I was watching it, but really didn't do anything over there. As it trade the opening of this order block, I'd love to go back again to the order block open. I love this line actually, the opening of this order block. But remember, from high to the open, this whole block is the opening gap. So why this market fall that far? Send it as a reaction from this level. People will start to think now it's time to look for sell. Take the sell, take the sell, take the sell. They took the sell, that they will start to go higher again. I believe so. The reaction from one PTRA to another PTRA should keep going higher now. First time it will close above this gap. You will see how beautifully it will work as a support. This gap. If it do that, otherwise it can work as a reclaimed gap, send the market lower. I request all of you guys, if any of you are still in this trade, put your stop loss 2 tick below that candle. Okay, I know that it will be 5 handle loss. You will understand why I'm saying this. Okay, so if you have no problem, I mean, if you have a small portion open, Just put the stop loss two handle below this candle, okay? Please do that for me. Don't put it to the break even. Look at this on my right hand side. See this? Now I would love to see the same thing over here. By the way, if you want, you can put it to the break even, okay? Because later you will take 5 handle loss and you will start to blame me. I don't wanna take that blame. You can simply put your stop loss to the break even if you want. Now it's time to go for flying. Fly now, baby. Fly now, baby. Done your job. Fly. It will close above the min threshold. I'll put my stop loss over here. First, it has to close above the min threshold. Otherwise, I'll get stopped out here. Didn't work. Didn't go for the full buy side liquidity. Hold it and send it opposite way. Overall, it was not a bad trade, like 32 handle, something like that. And then the break even. Not bad. However, who was in this trade and be happy actually? Until now, you're happy. You're saying that, oh, brother, I'm happy because I got that trade. Is there anyone who is happy actually? No, Jesse Posada, it's not something like that. It's everyone has to. Every single person has to take the partial. It's kind of forbidden. Can't avoid that rule. You have to take the partial. Okay, Khurshid, you are happy. Who are in this trade and still profitable and happy? and happy. Okay, it's you are not regretting. Who is happy? Is there anyone else? Okay, I'm happy. SMT is okay now. Is there anyone else who is happy actually for getting that boom? The price went to 25% of the new opening gap closed. Why is this important? I mean, why this information is important right now, brother? I mean, which one you are talking about? 500 on funded, 2601 to combines. Okay. Daniel happy. I'm always happy. Weed is fantastic. Come on, man. So I'm happy because of partial. Thank you, Jillian. Boom. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Okay. Some of you are happy actually. So we'll talk about this random price action a bit. How this random price action actually worked over here. Market trade this area over here. I was not interested to see it will trade this gap, but it actually trade that gap as well. If I knew that, I would maybe try to take the entry from here somewhere. However, my intention was that it will trade this bullish gap, will failed to trade this what to say this inverse gap, and it will keep going higher. But you can see it has actually traded this gap as well, this inverse gap, not the bullish gap, inverse gap. However, it went higher, cleared the buy side liquidity, this high and that high, relatively equal highs, a very clean buy side liquidity. 50% of the opening gap that I'm going to remove right now. 50% of the opening gap. That means yesterday's 415 close, today's 930 open. Trade that 50% tick by tick. Upper quadrant of the old week opening gap. High, upper quadrant 50%, lower quadrant low. Upper quadrant of the old week opening gap. 1 minute last fair value gap. Below extreme buy side liquidity. What happened to my mouse? 1 minute last fair value gap below this buy side liquidity. Last fair value gap below this buy side liquidity has broken, taken that. However, it's my new opportunity to go for the entry. So see if I can find another opportunity. It will close above this line, okay, and tap to this line again. That's my new buy. If you are already profitable, don't touch this. One more time, please don't touch it. If you are already profitable, if you didn't take this first trade, join me. Take me. That should be the entry. That should be the entry. Okay, so as you can see, it's not actually reacting from there, but that should be the entry. Same buy side liquidity. This time, partial is going to be 20 handle. Anybody can tell me that why 20 handle? Why 20 handle, brother? Why 20 handle? I would love to take a 30 handle partial. No, just 20 handle. I could take the entry from the 50%. That could be more precise entry. just for over cautions, okay, just because the weak could can did the damage, so I will change the partial level as well. Because weak could did the damage, so below this weak it can fall one or two handles, something like this below this line. I don't want to get stripped out by very small run, that's why to put it a bit below here. Just this is for the precaution, okay, something like I don't want to get stopped out prematurely, just because of that I moved to my stop loss. Actually I don't do that, but sometimes what happened, we just did the damage and started to run. Just because of that I moved it from exactly from the low to a bit below, and I prefer you guys to do the same if any of you are here with this trade. Come on baby, Friday night, neon night, the dance floor, the dance floor, I'm baby. Remember what is my expectation, it's not going to be respected this lower quadrant level, it's going to be respected the 50% today, okay. So when I'm seeing this failed to trade the lower quadrant, I'm not worrying about that, that this time it will come back again to trade this lower quadrant, then it will start to go higher. No, I'm not worrying about that, maybe it will happen, I don't need that. All I need, the 50% is going to be respected as my support, this market will go higher because the lower quadrant has been done previous day. Today the 50% should be supported and market should keep going higher. If I get any bullish fair value gap, I will move my stop loss. Look at this quadrant level of that week, very strong and very prominent quadrant level. I have shown this to you previously, if you guys remember. If you don't remember, just let it go. If you are in this trade, take the partial around 1:1 and then hold the trade for the buy side liquidity. Man, I don't have any problem with that. At least take the partial over here. Hey guys, don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if you are new. Those people who are thinking that it's gonna be a losing trade and I'm going to poke T2, it's gonna be difficult for you, brother. I just am not able to give you the guarantee because this is December. If it is not December, I could challenge you, guys, to be honest. But as it is December, I should not challenge any of you. Anything can happen. Anybody can tell me that where I'm looking at right now, what I'm looking at right now. Any of you can tell me that what I'm looking for right now. This is a simple questioning because that will help you to understand when I'm in a trade and what I'm waiting here, what is my expectation, everything. Okay. So is there anyone who can tell me that what I'm looking for right now? Is there anyone? No, 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 no. To fair value gap, I look for to take an entry. I'm already in a trade, so I don't need to fair value gap. I need a fair value gap to move my stop loss, it's okay. But I'm in a trade already, so I'm not, of course, looking for another opportunity to take entry. I'm waiting for something else. Order block has been built already. The lowest down close body close candle, it was with the bullish fair value gap. This one with the inverse fair value gap. Extend it to your right, you will see the precision of that order block. It has traded the 50% of this order block mean threshold. Now it will leave the unfilled gap to trail the stop loss. Absolutely win. Thank you so much. Absolutely win. I'm just watching it. How this market is going to hold the market, sorry, this gap is holding the market, as well as how it is going to break that gap, that new day opening gap. If I see any kind of sign it is holding, I'll trail my stop loss. That means it is holding and market is building any bearish gap here, I'll trail my stop loss or close my trade. Two things I'm watching. First, can it hold the market? Second, can it go through this gap, as I'm already against those guys. Some days after framing a trade, I have to wait 1 hour to frame next trade. Some days when this market offer you, this is the offer from the last fair value gap, offer you the reaction, send the market much more lower. Stop me out to the break even means it has provided me another opportunity to take entry. I could take my entry from the order block open. It could simply tap to the order block open and keep going higher. It could do that. I was interested to catch the run from this weak quadrant level that has traded this bullish fair value gap. Even though it has broken it, I'm seeing cut through the candle. So would love to take the entry both from 50% of the old weak opening gap as well as the upper quadrant level of this week. So using this as a support, going for the liquidity I'm expecting. This time, if the market break this last fair value gap by one candle, those people who failed to take the entry here, that is their entry opportunity from this last fair value gap. By thinking it's not going to close below the 50% of this gap, there is a bearish gap. Either I will close the trade or I'll trail the stop loss. Why? Because this is respecting, this gap is respecting, as well as the 15-minute bullish gap. Remember the first bullish gap took the entry from here because it can stop the market, keeps market falling, keep market falling. It has that power. The first bearish gap, sorry, bullish gap prior to 9:30. Until it's not making any bearish gap, until it's not making any bearish gap, it can retest this 50% of the old weak opening gap. So I can't put my stop loss to the break even. This is not valid to me to put the stop loss to the break even. If I see a bearish gap, yeah, I am bound to put my stop loss to the break even. Otherwise, I can't put my stop loss to the break even. It can respect this 50% and then can start to go higher. If you have taken already the partial, you don't want to take that risk, put your stop loss to the break even, get a stop out to the break even after taking the partial. I will manage my trade by my way, you will manage your trade by your way. You're not copying the trade, you're not copying my things, you are learning, or you are just watching the logic behind of that, why I'm not moving it, why I will move it. Because most of the people will not tell you that why they're moving it. By the way, guys, I would love to really see that how many likes did I get. Did I get 86 like? If it is not 100 likes, I don't think so it's valuable to continue this stream. Pulong has 91% discount. Use the code T2 Wizard if you want. Okay, and please make it 100. Either 100 or leave. Good deal. Either 100 likes or leave. 895. I need 5 more likes. Please, guys. Should pay me something. Free things is not good. So please pay me the likes. Now I got exactly 100 likes. Thank you so much, guys. I gave you 2 boom. You gave me 100 likes. I really appreciate it, man. Just a second, guys. I'll just join my class language course. I have to join over there right now, and then I'll be back. Hold the things. I'll be back. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. If you see any bearish gap, move your stop loss to the break even. Give me just 1 minute. Then people will realize that to continue to have the stream, we need to press the like button as soon as we enter the room. What did you say, Murshad? Hello there, just saw your stream. Yep, gave you a like. Thank you so much. Wenil? Neil, thank you so much, brother. However, I'm not feeling good to hold this trade because I'm put it my stop loss to the break even. The reason is it closed below this new opening gap. So I'm not feeling good to hold this trade anymore. Okay, so I'll put my stop loss to the break even. I'll get a stop out to the break even. It can start to go higher again. I don't care because the body has closed below this new opening gap. I'm not interested to hold this trade anymore. I'll get stopped out to the break even. If it works, okay, no problem. I will wait for the next opportunity. So both of this trade has given us the partial only. I will say like that way. But if you see from the most logical level to put your stop loss, for example, here, where did I told you to put your stop loss? Below that candle, just below that candle. Now it was really huge stop loss. I'm not interested to go for that. You should be still in this trade. And on the social media, you actually see this type of things where they showed you the entry here, they put your stop loss over there, hold it until it's not going over there. But while you are trading, you have to move your stop loss, right? You have to move your stop loss. So sometimes this shit happened. I would hold my trade, to be honest, if I would have seen that the body has still didn't close below this new opening gap. As it closed, it will work. I don't care. I'll take re-entry. You know how to use this one, right? So I'll take my re-entry now here from there. Don't worry. Where are you located? FL for Florida? Yes, he's from Florida. Well, Wenil. Now tell me, how many of you got the boom here? How many of you got the boom? Is there anyone? We framed two trade, both of them is successful. Yeah, it didn't hit our maximum. It was the partial. First partial was 30 handle, second partial was 20 handle, 22 handle. So it's better, okay? Are you happy? Tell me, are you happy? Okay. Yeah, and yeah, okay. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. Five people. That's cool. Oh, and I could hold this trade, but after seeing this, I was not brave enough to hold the trade, to be honest. If this candle failed to close this gap, I would hold this trade, to be honest. But after seeing this, I was not brave enough to hold this trade. We'll see if it can provide another opportunity. Next buy is going to happen from here. Just remember that. Boom, Jeffrey, thank you, man. Murshad, you're from Bangladesh. কেমন আছেন ভাই? ভালো আছেন? I got so lucky, re-entered at 6 to 0. Ahmad, you still you have the mentality of gambling, brother. Why is that? Why, Ahmad? I'm reading all of your comment. I'm just not repeating them. But my simple question to you, why is that? Still you are gambling. Why? Okay, so that is your that is the excuse now, right? As I told that go with Eval, do whatever you want to do, and now you guys are doing this and give me the excuse of Eval. No, that excuse of Eval is for normal people who are not with me, who have joined me very recent for 1 week, for 2 week, not for you guys who are with me for so long now. That excuse is not acceptable. Please, come on, guys. It's 10:19, just not even 1 hour. We have already framed to boom. Let's wait for the next opportunity. Remember, first do your plan, then execute your plan. First do your plan, then execute your plan. I have already my plan, and I'm gonna execute my plan. Oh, brother, it's going higher. Yo, why did you close your trade? Because the body didn't close above the new day opening gap, so I closed it. Did I take any sell? No. I took one trade and lock out, just learning now. This has been great to be disciplined. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. That is how you should trade. Don't say like that way, man. Then I will be here alone on my stream if everyone go outside and leave me alone over here. Why you are being my enemy? Why you are being my enemy, man? Can I can I just lock? I mean, remove it from my chart because it seems like those people who will join me, they will see that I'm over trading. But you know, guys, I'm not over trading, right? I'm not over trading. I'm just showing you the logic with the most beautiful explanation. Next trade is this is the plan for my next trade. Remember, this is the plan. So this is going to be my entry here. That's gonna be my leg. I'm going to catch. Price is here or here. I have already planned my trade. It's already over there. My trade has been executed over there already. I'm just waiting for the price to react like that way. You have to plan like that way. Otherwise you are not trading, you are gambling. This is the difference between gambling and planning. First you have to plan your trade, then you have to execute your trade. Gambling means you try to take the buy here, you failed to take the buy, you're trying to take the buy here. Or maybe you are looking for a sell, but it is not giving you the sell, so you took the buy. That's called gambling. You don't know one what you have to do. And planning means I have already built my plan and now waiting for the price to go over there to execute my plan. Now, you know that it's a bullish market. You know that you are going to take the entry over here. Why you are not taking the entry over here? What is the problem? Because that is my expectation it will go over there. Market is going over there with my expectation. It doesn't mean that my expectation is going to be practical. It's not something like that. I will wait for the practical example or practical price action to execute my expectation. I hope you got the point. FL Trader, thanks. We'll look into it. Okay, I think you guys are talking to each other. Both of you are from Florida. I have some other people actually from Florida. However, 11,482 subscriber. I just need 18 more subscriber to make it 11,500 subscriber. If Mahdi is here, help me to build it 11,500 subscriber, guys. FL Trader, please help me, brother. Push the people to subscribe to our channel. Ah, man. Now you are going to be serious. 108 likes. Not bad. I'm not as good as Tanya, Lumi, or Patrick. They're really so good. I'm not as good as them. I'm learning, guys, with you. That's all. All are learning here. I love reading pricing. Come on, come on. You're not far enough. Come on. Hit the dance floor. Hit the dance floor. I'm on, baby. Baby, I'm on. Lumi and Tanya are streaming together. I have never seen Lumi trades. Okay. They're they're streaming together. I think I could watch them. It would be a great fun. I will watch the recap. Sushivan, thank you, brother, for the information. A better teacher than all of them. Really, Ellie? Thank you so much, sister. I'll say that this is just a compliment. If you are finding value in today's stream, please consider liking and sharing it on your social media. Spreading the word helps others benefit as well. Please do that. Of course, Jasmine is the best at teaching and going beyond all for free. I mean, I'm waiting for the Jait to make 25,000, then I'll ask money from him. Brother, give me some money. I hope he's not here. If you hate Titu, then like the stream to show your emotion. If you like him, then like the live to show your support. Do whatever you want to do, push the like button. Guys, please talk to me, okay? Right now it's just holding. I mean, I have nothing to do here, and you will understand why I'm not doing anything over here. I hope that you are getting the point. Why I'm not entering or I'm not doing anything over here. See, this market is not moving anywhere. First of all, this candle closed below this gap. It's not bullish anymore. It can fall, can go much more lower before going higher as the body has closed. I'm not expecting that, but it can happen. At the same time, even if it closed above this gap now, first time it failed to go through this new day opening gap. This time, until this new day opening gap is not broken, I'm not going to believe any of this bull run. I'll let this go. I will wait to see until this market is not going above this new day opening gap as it is holding the market. One, two, three, four. 4 15-minute candle is struggling to break that new day opening gap. More importantly, to this bullish fair value gap from prior to 9:30. See how it is respecting over here. This is that last fair value gap I'm talking about to go for the trade. Here, see this last fair value gap. I'm talking about this gap. I will take the buy above this gap because in that type of scenario, this is broken, this is broken, this is broken. There is nothing to stop me except this new opening gap. After taking the liquidity, after taking the entry, I will try to move my stop loss shifting faster. I don't think so it's gonna stop the market as my bias is bullish. So until this low, I'll be safe. Right now, I have nothing to do. Do you understand why I'm just waiting for the setup? I took the buy here, immediately I took the buy here, but now I'm waiting. So when I took the buy here, perfectly gave me the run. I took the buy here, it gave me the run. Now look what is happening. What is happening? Just consolidating. Same level, same area, same everything. Just holding. How did I know that? First time, first time it should go through everything, take the buy side liquidity. Didn't do. Fall, clear the liquidity, trade this gap so beautifully, make the order block, trade that order block. Second time, should go through this. Took the buy, got stopped out. After taking the partial, got stopped out. Okay, I'm not going to believe it anymore. Two times didn't work. Third times it will work. I don't have any guarantee for that. One try didn't work. Two try didn't work. Third time I'm not interested to try the same thing without breaking the resistance. Okay, let's see. SMC Trader, love you, bro. I'm getting off the chart now. Hope you feel better. Hey, Hamad, I was kidding, brother. Why are you getting so serious? I was kidding, man. I don't feel bad. Oh, come on. Murshad Limited is always talking about things that has nothing to do with trading. I didn't know that. I just saw Lumi Traders that she was just at the beginning when I was interested about her trading. So I love to watch his recap, watch her recap. And I have noticed that she was just talking about the hindsight. So she's talking about sell, buy, like ICT himself, sell, buy, and then finally when something worked, he told that that was my buy. He never showed the proof. So after the chat request, please execute your trade in live. That was the chat request for Lumi traders. She started to push the button in live. And I have seen maybe 8 or 9 days where out of 9 days, she had like 7 to 6 days was losing trade, and 2 or 3 days maybe maximum was winning trade, and most of the time she was taking the losing trade. So after that, she go back again, like pushing button behind the scene. Okay, so and then she told that okay, that was the my buy or blah blah blah. So then I stopped watching her. I only respect Tanya because whatever she's doing it in front of the people. She's executing the trade in front of the people. She's not hiding anything. That's why I like her. Her expectation, her price action reading, it's up to her. I don't have any problem with that. My problem is you can't do something illogical to the people. For example, I'm watching you because I'm believing you. Now you are giving me the false information. I don't like it. That is the only thing I didn't like for Lumi traders. But Tanya, I respect her for that reason. By anyhow, mm, it is what it is. Susan, thanks for the penguin man. Tanzi stream, but she doesn't explain her logics for entering. T2 provides logics and explain every step. Hey, BT, thank you. Are you new here, BT? Because I didn't see your name before. Filter, thank you for that 100%. Letters were revealing clothes to attract flattering comments and talk about random stuff. I don't know that. It's total waste of time. Don't say like that way. ICT himself actually talked about her Lumi. So using the same name on Discord? Yes, sir. FL Trader is using the same name on Discord as well. Well, Vinyl. Vanil, are you also new brother here to our committee? Waste of time. Don't say like that, Murshad. I mean, of course they have something that is good. Maybe I didn't find it, but of course they are good. Anyone having issues logging on trading view? I'm already in my trading view. Tanya just shows how she trade, but you are teaching, explaining, and answering all the questions. You are the best, you do. Thank you, sister. I love you, sister. Okay, however, guys, a lot of chit chat, but just look at this price action. Don't enter over here. How did you know that? It is going to happen. I didn't know that. This is going to happen. I didn't know that. I was expecting it will go through this area, then I will enter over here. I was afraid to enter over here because this can happen. First time didn't work, second time didn't work, third time I'm not going to take the same risk. I tried two times. Third time I'm not going to take the same risk. So I'll let this market to break the resistance first, then we'll enter into the free zone, right? It is resisting. This gap is resisting. Why it is respecting from here? The highest up close body close candle that has traded this fair value gap is the order block. Trading this order block over here, respecting this bearish order block. So I'm not interested to enter into this market without breaking the resistance. The resistance is broken and I'm ready to enter in the market again. Until then, I'll keep waiting. And I will leave all of this consolidation to go. Sometimes what will happen, I will miss the trade. That means it is consolidating like this way, this way, this way, this way, and then fall maybe, and then boom, just one leg. Take that buy side liquidity. No entry opportunity. I'm absolutely okay with that. But I don't want to take all of this consolidation manipulation. I don't want to take this. So I'll let this go. If I can enter here somewhere, like if I could enter here somewhere, maybe I would enter over there. But here, no, not valid. Is that 22 YTO sell side? I'm not bearish. I'm not looking for the bearish setup, brother. If you are bearish, of course, you can look for some kind of 22 sell model. As I'm not bearish, I don't want to think about the bearish setup. So I'll let this go. We'll wait for the next opportunity. I'm done for now. After FOMC, maybe there is opportunity. Yes, yes, sister. Even though this was the FOMC morning session, you can see this price action. Do you really think this is a good price action? Is there anyone who is going to say that this is a good price action? Who is here who is saying that this is a good price action? I'm telling you, brother, I was with you. That's why I've seen a lot of things over here. But if you are watching it without anything I have shown you, does it look like a good price action? Just to confirm, if you bearish 1025, 5. Okay. For example, I was bearish. This is for win, okay? I was bearish. This is my entry. First time I found my entry here. This is my sell. Stop loss maybe here or here, depending on the mood or something like that. And I'll target maybe this area. Okay, just for the sake of this conversion, I don't know where it should be the target. That could be the first 22 YT model for me if I were bearish. That could be my selling opportunity from there. Yeah. Why? Because this is the sign that I'm going to break this gap, inverse gap. It left the sign over here. Now it came back again here, going to expect that this low and that low is going to be taken. We'll try to take the partial below this low, hold the trade below until that low by taking the entry from there, depending on 22 YT model. After seeing this sign over here, if it failed to close below this concurrent crossband, even if I were bearish, I would never look for a selling opportunity from there if I wouldn't see this over here. By the way, I'm not bearish. Is that clear, brother? I'm done for now. FOMC may be okay. I'm sure someday we will see in podcast fantastic chart. Sure, sister. Okay, brother, actually, Ari, we'll go for one day, brother. Inshallah. Then just to confirm if you're bearish. Okay, I think I already gave you the reply. NQ Slayer, previous day low is the target, guys. Previous day low is the target. Where is previous day low? Let me see the previous day low. I think this is the previous day low. Yeah, Tuesday low. Hmm? That's cool. If it take that low, as NQ Slayer has talked about this, if it take that low, today is a bearish day. So if I'm bullish, as I'm bullish, I don't want to see this low is going to be taken. If this low is taken, it's a bearish market, at least until the lower quadrant, low of the new week opening gap. If I am bullish, I don't want to see the previous day low is going to be taken, because if it is taken, it's a bearish market. That's the whole reason why I'm here. You trade with us and share everything, even if win or loss. The knowledge is always win. Penguin. Thank you, Dima. Good, thanks. But my question 1026 is a market structure shift. 1026. This one. Which low is shifting? You are seeing this low? No, it's not valid. You are saying this is your market structure shift. It's not valid. If the body doesn't close below this line, if the body failed to close below this line, any kind of bullish variable gap or the lowest down close body close candle is my buy. If the body failed to close below this line, any kind of bullish variable gap is my high probable buying opportunity. Watch and learn. And remember, if previous low is taken, it's a bearish market. I will not look for any kind of buy anymore until this market is not reaching over here. Is there anyone who can tell me that why I'm saying like that way? 559 is the previous low. Okay, I think this is the previous low, brother. I mean, I can see it from here. Yeah, this is the previous low. 560, I guess. It's not valid anymore because the low has been cleared over here. So I can't take the buy from this area anymore. Oh, brother, you have missed all of this sell. I don't care. When I framed all of this buy, why didn't you enter? You are regretting for missing this sell. Come on, be generous. No, I don't know, Bizarro man. What is the apex sell? I just don't know, brother. I'm not well yet. I mean, I'm still sick actually, but I am not in front of my devices because of my headache. As I'm sick, I have very bad. This is very bad for me actually. Whenever I catch cold, I have a problem of headache. I'm not able to stare the devices. I don't look at them. After the stream, I'll just close the device. Will wear my headphone and will just listen my language course class. Okay, it's very painful for me to look at the display. Thank you so much, FL Trader, for sharing the codes for Apex T2T, for T2 Wizard, for all other prop firm. Am I going to take the buy from here like I did here? No, I'm not going to do that from this gap. I'm not going to do that. Any of you can tell me that why I'm not going to take my buy from this gap? Is there anyone who can tell me that why I'm not looking for any kind of buy from here, where I tried to take the buy from here, but I'm not looking for the buy from here? The same logic, same everything is same, but still I'm not believing this one, but I believed that one. Is there anyone who can tell me that? All evaluation size priced 196, now 90% off. Wow. 90. Okay, so Apex has a great sale. 90% discount. I didn't know that. Tamimi actually gave me this type of information, but he didn't give me any information. Thank you so much, Bizarro. Is there anyone who can tell me that why I'm not taking the buy from this inverse gap, where I have framed the buy here from this inverse gap? I framed the buy here, but I'm not framing the buy here. Is there anyone who can tell me that? No. Forget about this gap, okay? This gap, think like that way. Here, this gap and that gap. What is the difference between these two gaps? This gap and this gap. What is the difference between this gap? What did I say? I'm bullish. It will go higher. I know that. I would love to take the buy. Still, this is not valid. I'm not afraid that it will take that previous day low. No, I don't believe in previous day low here. Previous day low has no value over here. I don't care about the previous day low. It will clear it. I will change my bias. Simple. I'm not thinking that to go higher, it has to clear the previous day low. There is no importance, not even a single penny importance of previous day low here. No importance. But why I'm not still looking for a buy from this inverse gap? Why I'm not believing it? No CSD. Oh man, come on. Yeah, absolutely. Prince Mo. Thank you so much. Please, Prince Rome. Prince Rome. Thank you so much, brother. The difference here, that entry was above the 50% of the new week, oh sorry, old week opening gap. And this entry is below the 50% of old week opening gap. I know that this is going to work as a support. Here, I don't see anything as a support. I don't care about this lower quadrant. It will trade it or not. I don't have any relationship with this lower quadrant. I don't care about that. All I care about that is the market above this 50% of the old week opening gap or not, because I know it is going to work as a support. So if I would love to frame a trade, I have to wait to see the price closed or go above this line, above that line. Here, when this candle closed, it has closed above this line. See this line? It was not important to me. For me, the important level was this line. Tap to this line, market went higher. Then come back again here, went here, fall, around here, it fall, right? Come back again, took my re-entry. Using this quadrant, I mean, sorry, this line, that line is important to me. Not the gap, not the order block, not the inverse gap, not the 22, nothing. The higher time frame point of interest is important to me. The differences between this and this, that was the difference. Is that clear, guys? Brother, tell about MMC concepts. It is workful if I buy MMC course. Who is MMC and what is MMC? This is even 15-minute last fair value gap. Is that 15-minute last fair value gap? I didn't know that. That is also 50-minute last parallel gap. Let's mark a line, okay? This is MMC, brother. Thank you, brother, for showing me the 15-minute last parallel gap. SMT formed. That's cool, brother. Cool, that's cool. Let me see where is the SMT. Uh, what is this line? Yeah, there is a beautiful SMT. Cool, that's cool. Okay, I would love to try this 22 YT model, okay? It's a bit risky, but would love to try this 22 YT model. Market has cleared the sell side liquidity. Swing high is going to be shifted. I'll get my 22 YT model after clearing the liquidity. Market structure shift, either breakaway gap or the entry gap. Got the market structure shift. Any kind of buy from here is my entry now. If it make entry fair value gap above here, we'll go for that entry fair value gap. If there is another gap, we'll switch my entry from here to that gap. Immediate reaction need to take entry. %50 of that new week opening gap. I want to see it will respect, but week will come to this entry gap. I want to see the week will come to this entry gap. The best 22 IT model. I just don't want to see it is going to respect it and send it higher without taking me, because I want to take that run. So if it do that, I'll miss that. I can't take my buy from the 50% because the stop loss is gonna be too big. So don't want to take the risk from here 50%. We'll take that huge risk. If it take me, okay. If it doesn't take me, I'll let this go. I know about this last fair value gap 50%. Everything I can see, everything, whatever it is coming to your mind, but still I would love to see it will take me. There we go. This is forbidden to take the partial around 1:1. Got it out. Would love to put it here, just to see if it, sorry, not here. See that if it failed to clear the lows, instead of that closed above this entry cap, we'll take a re-entry. It will close above this gap, we'll take re-entry. Not going to retest this entry gap, we'll close, take the re-entry. Without clearing this low, the origin low of the setup. However, I would love to put it here to see that if my stop loss was here, I would get stopped out or not. Below the candle which has made this breakaway gap. Just to look for that, I'll put it over here. Yeah, I would get stopped out. Without clearing this low, if it can close above this entry gap, I'll take re-entry over here. The same thing is going to work from there. So without clearing this low, if it can close above this entry gap again, I'll take re-entry. Okay, just cleared this low, so I don't have any opportunity to take that entry anymore. My next target is this low. Now it's an opportunity to look for a sell from here. High, low, higher, high. The lowest down close body close candle is the breaker block here. I was bullish today. Now I have two opportunities here. Either I will let this sell go, or I will try to take the sell until the low of this new week opening gap, as the lower quadrant has been retested. That has done yesterday. So at the beginning when I explained you the price action, if it touch this line, it means it is going for that low. So my next buy should be from here. Either the buy should be above this line or the buy should be from here. It's an opportunity to look for sell now from this area. Okay, so breaker block, stop loss. I have to cover this gap. It's gonna be a huge gap, so I'm not going to take it, but I'm just framing it. Yeah, that is the trade from there. I'll just let this sell go because I'm not bearish. So when it will come here, I'll start to look for buy again. Previous day low is taken. Yes, sir. I can see it. Previous day low is taken. Now listen very carefully. If Wednesday and Thursday market clear previous day high or low, it will keep going toward that way. So not something like previous day low is taken, so now it's look for previous day high. No, it's not, it doesn't work like that way. It has taken means I have to look for sell now. Now I'm bullish. Okay, okay, don't you? Let's see, brother, if you find any buying opportunity. I'm not taking the sell because I'm not bearish. So I will not take the sell. I'll only go for the buy. My next buy will be from here, around here, or from here, any of this area. We'll take the sell here, 32 handle. We'll go for 32 handle partial here. That could be the partial. Learn it, guys, please. It's important. Why you will not interested? You should not look for previous day high and low. That should be the first partial, because this low doesn't have any value. This low, previous day low, doesn't have any value. You are looking for buy after clearing the previous day low. That thing, don't you told? No man, it's not right. You should not think like that way. It's okay. Find the buying opportunity, please take it. We're going to retest the inversion fabrica from daily. Is there any? I don't know. My target is this low, okay? So it will come here now. I'll have to see it will come here now. The next candle will give me the partial. Learn it, earn it. Come on, give me the partial. You should give me the partial. More, 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 more. A bit more. Bit more. Bit more. There you go. Not only the partial. Now come here. So after taking the previous low, it will start to go higher. This is a fully wrong concept. So here on Wednesday, Thursday, don't look at the previous day high, previous day low. If you're interested to look for previous day high, previous day low, watch it Tuesday, the most important day. Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday is the most important day where you will look for, you have to look for previous day high, previous day low. Friday sometimes important, but Friday's the range is important actually. Wednesday, Thursday, there is no importance of the previous day high, previous day low. No importance at all. Previous day low has taken, it means it's a sign that it's gonna continue to fall. But it doesn't mean that previous low has taken, so it will start to go higher now. No, it doesn't work like that way. Come on. I need to go. Take care, everyone. Hey, Mahdi. See you, brother. No, it has to come here, brother. This is the logic. Not bullish market. It's a bearish market. Very precise market. Right now. Until the market is not coming to this quadrant level, okay? Until it didn't come here, it was bullish market. But when it came here, it's a bearish market now. There is nothing wrong. Like there is nothing that can stop the market to fall for this line. So now it's bearish, not bullish anymore. Until here, I'm bearish. Then I will start to look for buy again from here, the low of the old week opening gap. Keep watching. Are you bored? Who is bored? Who else can show you this so much confidence level? Still, it is December, so I'm not really that much confident. But if it was not December, I would write it down on the empty pages that if any of you are looking for buy here, you will get stopped out, stopped out, stopped out until this line. This is going to fall. But as it is December, I just can't give you the confidence. Why did you take the sell? Because I told you I can take this sell or I can let it go. I decided to let this go. I was not confused. I was not something like that. I knew that now it's bearish market. I don't need to worry about this type of run anymore. Anymore, no this type of run. Hey, Titornium, how are you, brother? I'm cool, man. Thanks for asking. I'm messing up with NQ Slayer. This is for fun. Oh man, there is no new day opening gap. Sorry, there is no previous day low. What the hell is that blue line? That is the old week opening gap low, brother. Old week opening gap low. Almost 50 handle. Wow. You're a genius, man. I know that. I know that, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a genius. I know that. Now tell me, who took that sell? Is there anyone who took that sell by believing that previous day low is taken, now this market will go higher without believing this? Instead of thought that, okay, maybe Wizard is right. This is a bearish market now. I am going to take that sell. Is there anyone who took that sell? Nobody. Okay, cool. Come on, baby, on a Friday night. Yes, sir, I have done it. Long time. Don't you? After seeing this 3 1 minute bull candle, you started to say that you are still looking for a long setup? Come on, brother. Learn, watch and learn. Watch and learn. Learn, learn. The high of daily inversion parallel gap. 25 for 88.75. 25 for 88.75. It's important actually. 28 for 88.75. That's the high. It didn't give me the opportunity, so I have no opportunity to take the entry over here as it didn't inversed. Come on, baby, I'm not fighting unite. The dance floor, the dance floor. Unfortunately, today not even a single trade give my hit my highest target, stream target. Not even a single trade. Very bad luck. Someone went 30 handle, someone went 40 handle, someone went 50 handle, 60 handle, but never hit my target. Even this trade, it how much it has moved from here. to here, it's near about 49 handle, 50 handle, something like that. It has moved 50 handle over here, didn't hit my target. This run has moved from here, here 35 handle, didn't hit my target, extreme target. This one, just remember from here, here, something like it has moved around 55 handle, didn't hit my extreme target. I'm really so angry on this market now. This weekly profile is a mid-week reversal profile seen what occurred during London session. I have already seen that previous low was my target. My this was hit, and now I'm going with my day. Don't care what happens next. Absolutely, brother. That's cool, brother. If it is always better if you guys frame the trade at the beginning. So when you are seeing this leg came here, or it is just going to fall here. Okay, you talked about the previous low is taken when this you saw this. So can you please help us to tell us where we should take the entry first? I mean, when you are seeing the entry, because I'm showing the entries, then talking about the price action, not something like that. Came here, now I'm saying the previous low is taken. It's kind of very similar or very easy to predict that the previous low. Oh, okay, let me actually go back again because the previous low doesn't have any value to me. You can see this is the previous low, which is a relatively equal lows with this low. Just I would love to show you, and you will see what I'm showing to you. This low, go to your 1 minute chart, mark that low. Did I see this? I have seen that. Extend it to your right, and you will see this low over here. It's a perfect relatively equal lows. So previous day low is not important to me at all. I have seen there is some kind of relatively equal lows over there. Whatever it is, it was not important to me at all. The reason was I was bullish, so I wanted to see it will go from here. It fall until here, still respecting the lower quadrant, which is absolutely absurd to me to frame a new buy from there. I will wait to see if it can go above this line again to frame the buy. Otherwise, any kind of selling opportunity, I'll go for that. First opportunity was here from the breaker block. I missed it, or I took it. Perfect. The next opportunity again below this lower quadrant, I'll look for the sell for this line again. Here I'm seeing the liquidity has been cleared. So this high has been cleared over here. Would love to see if it can fall now. And I'm going to remove all of them because they're not important anymore. Here will mark the gap. Whoever is interested to look for buy, please take the buy. I will only look for the buy if and only if this market go above this line. Then the buy is valid. Until then, I will look for this line over here. I'm expecting this market will come here. If it go above this line, then I will start to look for buy again. Okay, all the sell, I'll let them go. I'll not take any sell because my bias is not bearish. I'm not bearish. I'm not interested to take the sell. Oh, I added both entry and last fair value gap by one boxes. If it go to the last fair value gap, I'll just mark the last fair value gap. Whoever wanna show their power, show us the trade before it happened. Don't talk about hindsight because this is not the channel to show the hindsight price action. I always appreciate if you can frame the trade beforehand. I always appreciate that. So frame the trade beforehand. Don't talk hindsight bullshit. Hey, I forgot about the FOMC, brother. I forgot about the FOMC. Oh, this is the FOMC morning session. I really forgot about that. You were right, brother. I am 100% agree with you. I really totally forget about the FOMC. I was thinking that why it's not moving. Yeah, Henk is not going anywhere because it's waiting for the FOMC. Absolutely. However, guys, this is totally for today's price action. We went so far because it's very near to 11:30, so I think we are going to finish for today. That was the first trade we have framed. I think my stop loss was here somewhere. If I'm not wrong. That here. Okay, it was here. So the 50% are here somewhere. That was the first trade. I'll put it until the last fair value gap. We'll just like that way. First trade we have framed. Second trade is here. If I'm not wrong, it was here somewhere. Stop loss was below here somewhere. I can be a bit messed up. Okay, so something like that. Whatever it is. That was the second trade we have framed. I have framed another trade here from this fair value gap there, which is a losing trade actually. That's a losing trade. And another trade from here. That was the whole trade we have framed today. So far, four trade, one losing trade, three winning trade. At least the partial, but it's okay. Better for being profitable. I entered my short entry was 8:31 long before the market opened. That's cool, brother. Have entered over there. Try to frame some trade in live, okay, brother? Last time you tried, it didn't work. So this time you can have another opportunity to frame. So help us to frame some trade all together beforehand. Not like I have traded, I have entered around the London session and I just closed it right now. Not something like that. Do you know what is the problem with this? The problem is when you say like this way, people will start to think that, oh wow, this is awesome. But it doesn't work. You know that better than everyone. because you are doing this. So you know that it doesn't work like that way. When you are saying this, you are getting some happiness, but most of the people are falling into that trap. They're thinking that, wow, if we can do that, we are going to get a huge profit. In my channel, remember, I always say this is our channel, but in my channel, I don't, I'm not going to accept that things that is gonna hurt other people's. This game is a psychological game, and I'm not going to accept that hurting people. I'm not gonna accept that. If you can do that, not as an hindsight, in life, at least 3 days, at least 3 days, and you are getting win at least 2 days, or go for 5 days, you are getting winning trade for 3 days. I'm gonna accept that. I'm saying that, okay, brother, I would love to learn it from you. I wanna learn it from you. I'm not going to accept any kind of hurting other people who are new in trading, as well as they're trying to get that things, because they can be influenced by you or by other people who are showing this as an hindsight. In social media, you will keep seeing this type of things available. But that is not my problem. Of course, you can do that in your social media, but in my channel, I'm not gonna accept it until it is not hurting people. I'm good with that. But if it hurts people, I'm not gonna accept that. That's all, brother. I hope you got my point. Look at the bullish fair value gap market is right now. Market is trading. Just look at this bullish fair value gap. I'm not going to say anything. Just observe this bullish fair value gap. Right now, this market is trading. That's gonna hold the market. Right now, the bullish fair value gap market is trading from 1 minute chart. What is it? Above the 50% of the new week opening gap. Okay, no problem. If you are giving the excuse like this, my is one trade a day, trying to capture most of the daily range, my not comparing myself with you or others, so that's why I don't frame any trades. No, brother, it's not something like that. I'm not asking about comparing. You are better than me, I am better than you. No, it's not about that. It's not about the betterment. It's about the psychology. When I'm saying that, like for example, I'm not doing the live streaming. I have the YouTube channel, or maybe I have the Discord community. So I'm saying that I took the sell here around 8:30. I took the sell here and I hold my trade until here to catch the previous low. Okay, here somewhere, something like that. You know what is going to happen? Most of the people are seeing that, okay, so this guy has taken maybe here. Okay, for example, here my stop loss was here and I closed my trade there. All of these things. Okay, what is going to happen? Most of the people will think that, wow, that is awesome. If I could do that, when they will think like that way, trust me, they're already broken. They're already broken. They're going to hurt themselves. I'm not saying that it doesn't work for you. I'm saying just if you do that, keep it in yourself. If you don't want to keep it in yourself, then come in live, maybe my channel, as you were saying, come to the comment box. If you see the entry, share it beforehand. Your stop loss, your target profit, everything. If you are not here, or maybe I'm not starting the stream, you are with us in our Discord. Tell us your entry in Discord. That brother, I'm going to take the sell here. My stop loss is there. That is going to be my target. I don't have any problem. So you have framed a trade before it happened. What you are doing, you are not saying anything here, nothing. Suddenly you are saying the price is here or here. You're saying that I took entry around 8:30. Now I'm going to hold my trade for the previous day low. So you are saying the things that has already happened. Nobody is going to be benefited by that, by your information. Nobody. Instead of that, they are going to hurt themselves. by thinking that they are also able to do this. I'm not saying you can't do that. Of course, you can do that. But you have to, if you would love to disclose these things, you have to disclose it before it happens. Do you got my point, brother? You have to do that. So there is no excuse. Whenever I am saying any kind of trade, it's not something like winning trade, losing trade. I have I have already told that where I'm going to take my entry. Go rewatch my stream. What did I see at the beginning? I told that very specific way. If I would love to frame the trade, I would love to frame the trade above this line. Here, that is the line. I would love to trade above that line. Or I will frame my trade from that line. This is the two level I'm going to frame my trade. This market was falling, falling, falling. I don't care. For the first time, it has given me the entry opportunity from that line. Look at this line. I framed my trade. This is that line. I framed my trade at first. Winning trade. Come back again. I took my re-entry. Look at where is my execution. Not below that line. That is my execution. Winning trade. Third time, I pushed my button. Is that below this line or above that line? Below this line. It's a losing trade. My plan was to go for the trade above that line because I know that only above this line is valid. No trade below this line is valid to me. I pushed the button here. I got stopped out over here. I don't care because I have already told you which one is high probability, which one is low probability. You copied my trade, you got the loss, perfect. I don't care how beautiful that setup is. I told that I'm not interested to take any kind of selling opportunity. At the same time, I told when it came here, it is going to fall for that line. So I'm only interested to look for sell. For me, only this breaker block is the opportunity to take the sell. You took the sell, take the partial, got stopped out to the break even, be happy with that. Still, you are profitable. I told that only buy is valid. No buy is valid here. I was observing this last fair value gap to see if it can hold the market, send it lower. When I see it has been broken, there is a bullish fair value gap which is above this line, above that high, which could be the liquidity. That means market has cleared that liquidity, weak, market starts to fall again. I'm not looking for the buy below this line. I am still holding the sell. I have seen that this candle has a strongness. See this strongness through that highs. Means it is not taking the liquidity here. It is going to take the liquidity maybe there, maybe there, maybe there, maybe there. I don't know which one is going to be taken because today's FOMC. However, I told that look at just right now the gap. This gap is going to hold the market, send it higher. I'm interested to take the buy today only. I framed the buy here is a boom, boom, loss. Below this consonant crossment, loss. Agree with that. Would love to take the buy again from here. Not hindsight, this market was moving over there. It was moving. I just talked about this while it was just moving. That candle, that specific candle. I told that look at this bullish fair value gap. Right now, market is trading. That's gonna hold the market, send it higher. All I have to do, covered that candle has built this bullish fair value gap because it could fall until the constant crossment, and then it can start to go higher. So I'll be very careful over here. Maybe a bit more stop loss because the last fair value gap constant crossment also can be traded. We'll take the buy here. Go for some kind of partial around 1:1. So something like 21 handle exactly. Yeah, we'll take the partial there. That should be the partial. We'll hold my trade maybe until this last fair value gap over here. Maybe until this last fair value gap by putting the stop loss to the break even. Simple. Problem is the problem. Okay, this is the problem. I just come and tell you that without any explanation, without anything. Brother, this is the order block. Okay, in my funded account, I took the buy here. I have already taken the partial here. And I'm seeing this market is very near to this last fair value gap. Okay, so it's not right now. I'm not saying this right now. I'm going to say that when I'll see it's just a bit below of this line. I'm 99% I'm confident it is going to hit the target. Then I'm going to say that I took that sell, sorry, buy here. and it is going to hit my target. What is going to happen, people who are watching me or who are reading my comment, they'll think, wow, he took the bottom, catch the bottom, and going to hit close it straight to the top. I'm going to do that. Next day, they will try to do that. They will blow their account because it's not going to happen like that way. Nobody can do that again, again, and again. Nobody can do that. Of course, you can do that. There is one way. That is, don't put a stop loss. Just don't put a stop loss. Either it will hit your target or it will just, you will get a huge drawdown, or maybe you'll blow your account, or maybe that's your, like you took two micro contract entry. So you are saying that, okay, if it fall like 100 handle over here, sorry. So here I took the entry and my stop loss is here somewhere. Let's see. Wherever the drawdown is going to be happen, I don't care. It come here, then it hit the target. No, but I don't care. But if it work like that way, it's simple. That's the problem, brother. I hope you got the point, brother. It's not about you and me. It's not about betterment. It's not about anything. It's about the people's psychology. New people, most of the people are joining me. They are trying to learn this. So I don't want them to be hurted by any of us. Alt2 will buy on the lowest order block after sell side liquidity taken. I could do that, Mickey. I have done that lot of time. How many times I showed you that I catch the bottom or to the top. I love to do that. But at the same time, I need you to teach how you should observe some PD array, how you are going to give the importance of the PD array. It's not about the entry. It's about reading the game. When you will be able to read the game, man, trust me, nobody's going to stop you. I love to catch the run at the bottom. I love to do that. 82 new Apex 90% starting today. Check it out. Thank you so much, Jamil. Yeah, I have already got the information. Thank you so much, by the way. Are you doing done trading or trade more? I'm done for today actually. Like it's already 11:30, so for the morning session, I'm done. I'm done. Okay, so I'll close the stream right now. Please, NQ Slayer, don't misunderstand me, brother. I'm just telling this for the people who are new here. It's very difficult for them to be very strict with their psychology. It's really difficult, man. At the beginning, when I was learning, I saw on social media people are taking entries over there. For example, ICT himself. ICT took the sell here, closed the trade over there. I was very much influenced by those type of shit because I was thinking, wow, if I can do that, I'm gonna make million or billion of dollars. But it doesn't work. It's kind of only hindsight can do that. Or your stop loss has to be like 100 handles stop loss for targeting 10 handle. Your stop loss is gonna be 100 handle. So even if it fall until here, you are not going to stop out. You are falling, falling, falling. You are moving it, moving it, moving. Because you know that today or tomorrow it will go higher. Today or tomorrow it will fall. This market is not going to keep falling, not going to keep going higher. If it keep falling and finally you took 200 handle loss, you're not going to share that with us. You're not going to share it with us. But if it doesn't do that, instead of that reverse and took something, you're going to share that with us. So people who are getting influenced by you, they didn't know that you took that 200 handle loss to get that 5 handle profit, for example. Okay, they don't know that. So please don't do that. If you want to do that, first outline it at the beginning. Or I think there is a lot of other people who are doing the streaming, live streaming, reading the market. I think you can choose any of them because they'll be happy with your comment. That's why I say Volt 2 and suddenly you change the 22. You change to 22. Right? Hey Mickey, how are you, man? Okay, thank you so much, guys. I think it's done for today. Just to observe this gap and how it is reaching for the last parallel gap. I think you got something. Is there anyone? Okay, all is done. I think most of you are done with trading. So see you guys tomorrow. Inshallah. Yesterday we have framed three winning trade. Today we have framed one, two, three, four trade, one losing, three winning trades so far. Still, still PM session is loading. Excuse me. If I find something good, I will share it through our Discord. Okay. Hey Mickey. See you guys. Anybody has any question? If you don't have, then I'm gonna close the stream. No problem, BT. BT, are you new, brother? This is the third time I'm asking you the question. Are you new here, brother? I didn't see your comment before. Have a good day, brother. See you. Oh, Suziman, are you red or green, brother? I need to know that. MM, are you green or red? 25, 6 to 9. 25, 6 to 9. What happened over there? 25, 6 to 9. What happened over there? Is buy still valid from the inversion fair value cap? 9. From here now, if this high is taken, no buy is valid anymore. If this high is taken, this if it is taken, then you should not go for any kind of re-entry. And of course, inside the launch or no trade. No trade for me today, only one trade in Eval. Congratulations. I hope that's green. Yeah, thank you so much. Marbra, thank you, Tito. See you tomorrow. Okay, guys, please don't mind and please don't misunderstand me. Okay, I've seen your stream a few times. Okay, brother, you're new as well. Thank you so much for being over here, man. Fairly new. Okay, no problem. But I will get you most of the time. I hope. But thank you so much, and I'm extremely sorry for that last rant. I didn't mean to say like that way, but now these days people are getting, I don't know why, but they're getting very curious about this type of things. Like at the top, at the bottom, holding. It's not gonna help you. Trust me, it's not gonna help you. That's gonna destroy you. So please don't focus on the social media, whatever you're seeing. Instead of that, do your own plan. Take which one is realistic, not dramatic. Please don't get influenced by those things. Don't do don't do that. It's for you good. But however, thank you so much for being over here. See you next day. Okay. Until then, I mean, yeah. Thanks, Tito. No problem. The point you made is very valid, and I agree with you. Thank you, Suzivan, for that. Thank you so much, man. Love you guys. See you next time. And around the PM session, keep an eye on the Discord. If I find something good, I'll of course share it over there. Until then, cheers, guys.